Yo, what's going on, GMG? Hope you guys had a great day. As always, I myself had a chill day. Didn't do much trading today, just kind of sat the sidelines and went and played some ball with my boys, man. So, hope you guys had a good one. There's my little day for you, alright? So, I wanted to get this video done for you guys. This is going to be recapping two of my trades. The reason I put these two into the one video is because that the first trade I took was a big L. One of the bigger L's that I've taken in my trading career. For those who don't know, I've only been trading for about a year and a half, so not a long time. But this one right here was one that kind of hit me in the gut. I want to go over I think 3 to 4 reasons why I believe that I lost this trade. I was able to write that down, took some notes, and then the very next day I was able to use those notes and what I learned from the trade before to play it a little bit differently, play the trade a little bit differently, and actually capitalize on some actually make some money on that one. So I want to go ahead and show you guys what I was seeing, what I played, what I learned, and then what I did the next day. Alright, so we'll start with this one right here. This is the big $300 L right here. And what I want to start with off rip is I believe the first pretty much what started the L, what made this an inevitable, well, I don't want to say inevitable, but what made this an L just off rip is that in my head, the reason I wanted to grab calls, the reason I wanted to get into this play, fear of missing out. Automatically L to me. Alright, fat L. And basically here's what happened. We see this big white candle right here. I place this line right here and I want to grab some calls, right? What happens is that crosses and I missed. I completely fumbled. I didn't pull the trigger. I just watched it go over. I didn't do what I wrote down I would do, you know what I'm saying? I sat back and just watched it take off without me. Took off all the way up here. Two candles, two 30-minute candles ran up. Let's say, what is this? So we'll go for my entry. So for my entry, ran up $46 from when I should have got the calls all the way up here. So at this point, fear of missing out is at an all-time high for me, and I'm just like, fuck, man, I should have grabbed these calls down here, but you know what? I might have a chance to grab some calls up here. As soon as this next candle went two up, I grabbed some calls. Now, I'm not saying that this trade will never work, okay? I'm not saying that after a run-up, you can't just grab calls right here and have a continued run-up and make money. But I am saying that to me, reason number two that I lost this trade was chasing a run-up or just chasing a big move in a certain direction, right? So I missed here, and then at the very tippy top of this one, I chased, I grabbed some more calls, and of course some pullback had to happen, and this wasn't just some pullback. We pulled back, struggled a little up and down, and then just continued to go down. So reason number two why I believe I lost this trade, I chased a play that to me just it had no momentum left, right? After all this run up, just all the momentum was gone. Like some pullback needed to happen, some profits needed to be took, some sells needed to be made, like some selling was gonna happen around here, and I just made the mistake of grabbing 3 contracts at 100 each right here, and here's mistake number 3, probably the biggest one. Did not set a stop loss. Alright, bought 3 contracts for $100, did not set a stop loss, and paid the price. All $300 down the drain. Alright, so that was mistake number 3. Got in my trade, no proper stop loss set. And then this mistake number 4, more of a psychological one, I guess, more of a feelings one, is that when we did fall and I did realize I didn't have a stop loss, and I did, realize I was also already down 40%, I got hopeful. And you don't want to be hopeful, man. You want to be real technical. You want to be, here's my plan and here's how it's going to go. Whether I'm right or I'm wrong, the plan is going to execute, and either I'm going to sell for a profit or I'm going to get stopped out or let it run to zero. That's on you. That would be a lotto play. Anything that you are comfortable with letting go to zero, that's a lotto, man. That's all right if that's how you played it. But this was not supposed to be a lotto for me, and it ended up going straight to zero. So I I got screwed on that. Completely my fault. And I just kind of gave you guys 4 reasons why I believe it was my fault. Right? Fear of missing out was the driving force here. I believe, in my head, I thought I was missing out, so I needed to grab calls instead of thinking, oh, let me get some puts after all this run up, maybe, or maybe somewhere around here would be good for puts. Who knows? But definitely should not have been thinking to grab more calls just simply because I missed out on this call down here. You know what I'm saying? Down here, I missed this play right here, so I decided to try to get in at the top. That was just dumb. All right. Reason two. What did I say? Reason one, fear of missing out. Reason two, that I feel like this trade was just dead. Or mistake number two, fear of missing out. Bought at the top after a huge run up. Mistake number three, bought at the top, didn't set a stop loss. And then, of course, mistake number four, being extremely hopeful that we'd get some kind of bounce around this area down here and fly back up. So that did not happen. Anyways, all right, so there you go. That's how I lost $300 right there. Had I set a stop loss, buy 3 contracts right here for $300, so 100 each, set it to sell when each contract is worth like 75 bucks or 50 bucks, wherever you're comfortable with the stop loss, and then I would not have lost the whole $300, right? So there's your lessons with this trade right here. Now the next trade I want to say is pretty identical, which is why I wanted to group these trades together, because I was able to take this, right? I lost this money, went to my notebook, and I wrote, here are the reasons why I believe I lost this trade. There were the reasons I just gave you guys. And basically I kind of wrote, well, how would I play this trade next time? And what I wrote was, I would wait and see if I could get a reversal play instead of trying to do a chase. All right. And if you guys look over here, here was the trade that we got the next day. Now, you guys, let's start at the top right here at this red, right? This is no, it's not 9. Right here, 9:30. So it's 9:30, right? This is our 9:30 candle. We go all the way up. We got this, kind of sideways movement. We're kind of going up and down. This crosses our POC, but it doesn't really close. And you know what I'm saying? So we have a 2 up, 2 down, back to 2 up, back to 2 down. So this day was just like, you know what I'm saying? This shit was wild, right? And I'm pretty sure this is the day that, was it the 11th? Was that yesterday? Yeah, so this was the day that the CPI numbers and whatnot came out. I believe. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, so all this up and down, all this, people getting trapped, I could only assume, you know what I'm saying? You grab calls right here, straight down, you got screwed, stopped out, big L, whatever. You got puts right here, unless you took your profits within this little room, boom, turned around, next 2 up now, stopped out, lost that trade. You grab calls right here, again, unless you took profits on this run up, you got, which I mean you should have. That was a reversal that went up and then immediately back down. So, but here's what I want to point out. Play number 1, huge run up, tried to chase. Play number 2, huge bloodbath down. I grabbed my contracts. Let me double check right here. The 11th, grab 4 at 2:33. So where's 2:33? Right here's 2:30. So in this red candle, all this blood. When we got down here, in my head, when I'm watching this live, I wanted to grab puts, guys. Again, I was feeling like I missed out. I was feeling like I should have just grabbed this put right here. And I remember this actually, like, it did just happen yesterday. But I'll be looking at a lot of charts, so it's kind of hard to remember specifically. But if you see right here, 2 taps, right? These 2 wicks, they came down, tap, flew up. So when this one crossed below these 2, I wanted to go short. Again, fumbled, dropped the ball, whatever you want to say. I didn't pull the trigger. I didn't grab the puts right here. So we start going all the way down, and then I'm already, all right, fear of missing out. I fucking, I'm already like, I missed out. I messed up. This was dumb. Blah, blah, blah. We come down here. We get to our floor level, and we cross below it. Guys, I wanted to go short so bad. Now, if I went short right here on this 2-2 down, would not have been bad. But again, I am now thinking about the day before. I'm looking at my notes. I had fear of missing out. Again, feeling like I'm missing out. Noted. Big run down, big run up. Noted. And then we get down here. I don't grab the puts. I still don't grab the puts. I decided I'm okay with just missing out. Wasn't even worried about it. I said, whatever, another play will come my way. That is the difference in this play and this play. And then when we got this green come in, we crossed above it, and at 2:30, so this green comes in, we get a two up. I still don't go long. I still didn't grab my calls. I can't tell you enough how many times I sit here and I'm ready to pull that trigger, man, and I just sometimes I don't, and that is a mistake. All right, if you guys have a plan and you already wrote all this stuff down, man, just execute the plan. Have a proper stop loss, and be ready to win and or lose, or well, not and or, but be ready to win or lose. All right. So there's the second difference. Here, run up, I played the continuation. Here, run down, or well, first difference, run up, tried to play the continuation. Run down, did not play the continuation, waited to play a reversal. Second difference, no stop loss. Definitely set a stop loss on this one, right, guys? I got 4 contracts on this trade for 200 each, right? So this was a $800 trade, and I was not about to let $800 go all the way to zero. So each contract was 200. I believe I was set to let. I was ready to let go 50 for each contract. So bought for 200 each and would have sold the minute they were each 150. And we got some run up at 230. We ended up getting this 2-2 continuation right here. Alright, and this continuation ended up making us some good money. Each contract was up. Now, for those who don't know, I take profits at 10 to 15% automatically. So 2 of my contracts were sold pretty quick. I got in at 233. At 10:43, we sold 2 contracts for. So we got in for 200. 2 of the contracts sold for 320, and they all happened in this one candle actually. Because on the way back, we were chasing with our stop loss. Which means that our stop loss was no longer the 150. I had already moved it all the way up to right around where it'd be profitable instead of losing money. So our first 2 contracts was sold at 243 for 320 each, and then the remaining 2 of our contracts were sold for were sold at 246. So another 3 minutes later, and sold those for 380. All right. So what I want you guys to take away from this is that this is one of the trades, or one of my first times in my trading career. For those who don't know, I've only been trading for a year and a half. I don't know if I already said that, but I'm saying it again. This is like my 3rd try trying to get this video done. So I don't know what I've already said in this video and what I said last time trying to record this video. But I've only been trading for a year and a half, so I haven't had I've had significant L's actually, but I'm not counting some where I was a rook and was just completely I had no idea what I was doing. But this is the first time where I took a big L, minus 300, and I was actually able to, and I even told like my people, like, I feel good about this L. Like, I feel like I took some lessons, I wrote the stuff down, and then I learned from it. I didn't feel like some of my other L's where I was like, I don't know what happened, I don't know what went wrong, I thought I was right, thought this was right, I don't know, and I just went on not knowing. This one, I had my reasons at least as to why I lost this trade, and I was able to implement what I knew from this trade. Now, I'm not saying that's going to work every time. I'm not saying that this continuation will always fail, because this could have ran up and made good money, and I'm not saying that this reversal will always make you money, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to point out that what I learned this day on this trade that cost me $300, I was able to implement on this day and make $600 on one trade, where I lost 300 here. No stop loss, complete just mistake, guys. Stop losses are very important. Risk management, all right? You don't want to be getting in any trade and just losing all of your money. That shit bothers me. Like, it bothers my head, man. Like, I lost all my money. I don't even want to trade the next day. Like, I'm nervous, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just lost a big trade, and $300 might not be a lot to a lot of people, but to me that was like a big L. You know what I'm saying? So I sat down, did what I had to do, went over some notes, and then on this day, capitalized on a similar trade, right? Big run up, big run down. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much everything I wanted to show you guys. I kind of wanted to show these two in the same video for that reason, really. I took 2 trades that looked very similar and played them completely opposite, right? Chased, played the reversal. Not saying this is always going to work, but I wanted to show you guys that not every L just means fuck, I'm not good at this, or fuck, like that L is trash, I'm probably not gonna trade the next day, I'm not gonna trade at all anymore, or whatever. Like, I think that the L's um give you what's the word? What am I looking for here? The L's have more learning. Like you can learn more from your L's. I feel personally, right? Because when I win a trade, when I'm right on a trade, I simply just sit back and go, yeah, I I had a feeling that would happen. That's why I got this put or call, and therefore, I won and good to go, moving forward. But when I took this L to sit down and try to analyze why I lost, just felt right, and kind of want you guys to know that not every L means that you're not good. Even the best traders lose trades here and there, but use your stop losses to make sure that your losses are smaller than your dubs, man. You want the dubs to just or be bigger. So lost 300, made 600. So I mean, made. Now this should have been like a minus 150. I should have had a stop loss here to not lose the whole 300. Big mistake. Don't do that. Set a stop. Ooh, excuse me. Set a stop loss. Be ready to lose. Be ready to accept to lose and move forward. Don't be like me at the beginning of my training, where I would lose and just mope around for 2 3 days. Like, man, fuck trading. I'm done with that shit. Blah blah blah. Don't do that. All right. Hope this video was educational or helpful for some of you guys out there. Hope you guys can take the information you watched here and use it in your own trading and make some good money, man. Also, hope you guys have a good one. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.